Wow. Many people was hoping that Terrence Crawford was holding out to fight Keith Thurman next after he fights Mario Barrios. Well, Keith Thurman's still interested in the fight, but he drops a bombshell when he says, I just might have other and bigger plans. You know my slogan. Let's talk about it. Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? Yes, of course. I am back at it like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers this work. Alright, guys, let's cut the music for a second. So, guys, listen, with everything going on with Terrence Crawford, suing Bob Arum, he's a freelancer now, he can do what he wants. Most people want to see him face Errol Spence Jr. or Keith Thurman. Now, there were some rumors that Terrence Crawford was going to kind of hold out, especially with this whole lawsuit going on, maybe hold out, see what happens between Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios, and if he can't get Errol Spence Jr. winner, then he would try to fight Keith Thurman. Well, guys, Keith Thurman dropped a little bombshell that can probably put a hold in that. As he was doing an interview, I believe it might have been with Fight Hype, he was doing an interview, and the interviewer asked him about fighting Terrence Crawford. And he said, look, man, I'm down with the fight. I'm about the belts. I'm about the belts. But you might not have heard. And I was like, whoa, where is this going to go? Where is this going to go? You might not have heard. Matter of fact, listen up. I got to play some music, I got to play a little music. Hold on.
What? But it might not have been announced. You seem like you're a little unaware. But the WBC approached me for a weigh-in check.
Why would the WBC approach him for a weigh-in check? Taking on Mario Barrios, who last fight was at 140, who lost to a 135-pounder, and now he's fighting Keith Thurman at 147, coming off of a 2.5-year layoff. Well, Keith Thurman, if you don't mind, please go on.
I said, why is the WBC approaching me for a weigh-in check? I don't hold the WBC title. Mario Barrios doesn't hold the WBC title.
I agree. No one holds the title. Why? What's up the sleeves?
They have no right to check my weight.
Okay. Unless what?
Fight February 5th is a title eliminator.
Oh. Wow. Keith Thurman let the cat out the bag. WBC trying to check his weight. They don't have no authorization, no reason to check his weight. Right? He don't have a title. Mario Barrios don't have a title. Nobody don't have nothing. Right? Unless they make this a 12-round eliminator match. Wow. Boy, I'm telling you right now, somebody have a lot of pull. Listen to that again. Listen. And hear me clear.
Doesn't hold a WBC title. They have no right to check my weight. Unless this fight, February 5th, is a title eliminator.
Who will have that much pull that can make Mario Barrios never competed at 147, fighting Keith Thurman coming off a 2.5-year layoff? This is a title eliminator. Boy, it sounds like somebody is laying up for Keith Thurman to get this title eliminator and fight the winner between Errol Spence Jr. and Ugas.
Which I knew there was a small possibility of being on the books. So if it hasn't been fully announced, this is my way of announcing it.
Woo! Guys, listen, man. There it is. And listen, even though people were talking about Terrence Crawford might hold out to fight Keith Thurman, but many people said that, listen, PBC don't want to do business right now with Terrence Crawford. They even now talking like Bob Arum talking about, like, where the money going to come from. They trying to set up Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman. Errol Spence, for a while now, has not been keen on wanting to fight Keith Thurman. Because when he was in Keith Thurman's position, Keith Thurman to give him a shot. Now that he is in what Keith Thurman used to be in, he don't want to give Keith Thurman the opportunity. But look, guys, sounds like the PBC, WBC, or the powers that may be want Keith Thurman to fight Errol Spence Jr. next. Or, guys, depending on who winning. But guys, listen, man, I gotta say this. Terence Crawford versus Keith Thurman, it's a hell of a fight. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, that's the one people want to see. Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence Jr., that's a hell of a fight. To be honest, no matter how you mix that bowl, it's nothing but goodness, right? They have to season it right. Because it tasting that goddamn good. But for Keith Thurman, I'm sorry, but for Terence Crawford, I mean, he won big fights. Now, some people say that Terence Crawford should be like Canelo. Hey, don't sign no deal. You free now. Go do what you want. I gotta say this, guys. Terence Crawford is not in the same power position that Canelo is. They look at Canelo as being the face of boxing, the star of boxing, the main attraction, the guy that paid $40 and $50 million to fight who and why. That's not Terence Crawford. He doesn't have that leveraging power. Eddie Hearn said that basically he don't got nothing for Terence Crawford. He don't got no welterweights and this and that. Pretty much, he don't want to sign Terence Crawford. But I'm telling you right now, if he has no one for Canelo, Eddie Hearn will sign Canelo. I don't know what the best move for Terence Crawford go for, but a lot of people talk about him signing with Floyd Mayweather. To be honest, it seemed like the only option he has is the PBC route. The PBC straight up, or going through Floyd Mayweather. Can't go to Top Rank, can't go to Eddie Hearn. It really seems to be only one route. And he might have to be like that famous game show. Might have to say, let's make a deal. Might have to do probably a 3-fight deal, and it might be in his best interest. Guys, listen, I don't know what I'm talking about. You heard it from Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman says that him versus Mario Barrios, I have no idea outside of rubbing on a genie bottle that this can even be possible for a title eliminator. Well, guys, back to your regular scheduled program.